Leeds United player sends a warning to Nicolas Pepe. Welcome back to your boys channel, welcome back to some Arsenal news today, as we shall discuss a warning set by Alioski to Nicolas Pepe, as well as reports claiming Odegaard could stay at Arsenal for the longer term, and also Bukayo Saka wins Arsenal's player of the month. So let's get into today's video. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is Babs14 and welcome back to your boys channel. Quickly before we get into the video, make sure to go down there and smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below, especially on this little beef between Pepe and Alioski. And with that being said, let's get into some cheeky little Arsenal news today. Here we go, my people. Right, first thing we need to discuss is Alioski versus Nicolas Pepe, because this beef goes back and it has a bit of history. Because of course the last time Arsenal played Leeds United, it ended 0-0, and let's just say Alioski got Nicolas Pepe sent off, and many Arsenal fans thought at that period that might have been the end of Pepe's Arsenal career. But of course since then we have seen a mini remontada. But of course Arsenal do play Leeds United on Sunday, and this little beef or rivalry has spiced up again, as Patrick Bamford on a Leeds United podcast has said, you know what, he as an Alioski said in the changing room, I can't wait for Sunday. I was like, why? He said, because I'm playing against my mate Pepe again. Now listen, hang on, are we really doing this? And is this how far my beautiful club has fallen in 2021 over beefing newly promoted players? Come on now. But then saying that Alioski, how dare you speak about my player Nicolas like that, man? Put some respect on his name. But then again saying that Leeds are also right now above Arsenal in the Premier League, so we're not helping our cause here. But ultimately in terms of this little rivalry between Nicolas Pepe and Alioski, let's get it straight, Nicolas. We need to do our talking on the pitch on Sunday. Not only do I want you to embarrass this clown, I want you to bring out your inner Ronaldinho. I want to see nutmegs, I want to see shimmies, I want to see sidesteps. I want you to take this guy's soul, and ultimately I want you to bang one top bins and do a knee slide in front of his Donny's face, and I promise you I am not rattled. Okay, maybe a little bit rattled. Okay, no, I'm massively rattled by this little clown. But yeah, all jokes aside lads, I think this game now on Sunday is now heating up a little bit, and obviously as it says, the Leeds United players, they don't respect Arsenal, and you know, as much as we don't want to joke about it, I think they have a right to not, because Arsenal in 2021 have been abysmal. We're mid-table, we're bottom half, so we're not the Arsenal of, you know, under Arsene Wenger where we were imperious and teams like promoted teams would fear us. But hopefully on Sunday Arsenal can do their talking on the pitch and get a dub and just silence this little Donny for a while, because you know what, I promise you this guy's got to be so rattled. But while we are on the topic of Nicolas Pepe, I want to discuss something that I think I need to talk about, and that is his movement and lack of awareness. Here's an example of the game against Southampton. Now of course I know Arsenal won this, but here's a perfect example where Smith Rowe picks up the ball. Now there's space in behind Pepe. If he makes that run and Saka makes a run to the far post, Arsenal have got a tap in. But with Pepe and his lack of awareness, he chooses not to make the run, stands still, and the attack just disappears. And that is just a few examples of Pepe this season where yes, he has the quality, yes, he's got that killer instinct sometimes in front of goal, and yes, the Donny can take some souls, but ultimately when it comes to the off the ball movement and, you know, that little bit of cleverness, he just doesn't have that at the moment in his game, and it's definitely something he needs to add if he wants to take it to the next level. But let me know your own thoughts on Nicolas Pepe in the comments below. What do you think of him so far this season for Arsenal? Moving on lads, let's discuss Martin Odegaard. As sports have claimed that Martin Odegaard has made it clear he will not return to Real Madrid if Zinedine Zidane remains in charge. Now what that there is just nothing new. We already kind of know that he doesn't want to play under Zidane, and if he has a future Real Madrid, it's only going to be under a different manager. But in terms of Arsenal, and if we are serious in keeping Martin Odegaard, we need to start playing him and giving him some starts, because I know he's only signed for Arsenal a few weeks ago, but ultimately he's only had a couple cameos off the bench, which have been the max 30 minutes, so he needs to start starting games. And the best game for me is on Sunday against Leeds. Let's start Martin Odegaard and let's hopefully do some damage to Alioski and his team. But yeah lads, let me know your own thoughts on Martin Odegaard, and if you could, would you sign him on a permanent, even though we've seen very little glimpses of him so far in his Arsenal career? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And you Alioski, will see you on Sunday, and I promise to you we're gonna have the fun and laugh. Let's move on, and that is to Bukayo Saka winning the Arsenal player of the month. I said my star boy. It was officially announced yesterday, and a congratulations to Bukayo Saka on being Arsenal's player of the month for January, his second consecutive month of winning the award. And he is now basically one away from equaling Gabriel Magalhaes' record, because of course Magalhaes won the player of the month for September, October and November, and now you've got December and January Bukayo Saka. We quite literally are a two-man team right now. With Bukayo Saka though, what's the most impressive thing is that not only is he now just one of Arsenal's Arsenal's best young players. He is out and out and flat out one of Arsenal's best players in general. The guy's got 8 goals and assists already this season, and it just goes to show he is kind of our main man at the moment. And it also is an example to the other football players like Aubameyang and Lacazette and even Pepe to step up and join my star boy, because right now you man are underperforming, especially Aubameyang and Lacazette, and Oba, you specifically. But in terms of my star boy Bukayo Saka, double figures FC is in sight and we are coming for you. But while we're on the topic of Arsenal attackers, we've got a very interesting stat here from LT Arsenal, and he says Arsenal are 6th in the league when it comes to touches in the final third, 10th in the league when it comes to expected goals, and 12th in the league when it comes to actual goals scored. Inefficiency in the final action coupled with poor finishing has been the story of our season. Now of course I have seen a lot of Arsenal fans that are critics of Mikel Arteta because we just don't score enough goals. But I think the first stat there with the fact that we're 6th in the league in terms of getting the ball into the final third tells me at least that Arsenal's tactics to get to the final third are definitely working. But in terms of when we get to that final third, we just don't have the quality to make things happen. And this is actually summed up pretty well by a quote from Pep Guardiola, with this quote being, "My job is to bring you to the final third, your job is to finish it." And as it says here again, Arsenal have 246 touches in the attacking third against Aston Villa and 43 touches inside the Villa box, an XG of just 0.68. Blame Arteta all you want, but there is no substitute for quality. Now let me make it clear, by no means am I saying Arteta is not to blame for Arsenal's attacking deficiencies, but definitely a lot of the blame also falls upon the players when they get to the final third, especially our fullbacks like Bellerin. We just don't have that quality to find the final pass. And for me, it's kind of crying out for Arsenal to go into the summer and sign a proper number 9 who can fit Arteta's system. And that for me is a complete centre forward, a guy that can get goals, running behind, but also link up the play. And the player that I have in mind who is very good at that is right now playing for Aston Villa, and that is Oliver Watkins. And what he does so well is link up the play, have the strength to hold the ball up there, but also gets the goals. And most definitely for Arsenal, we need to look at a player like him in the summer, maybe not him specifically, but also players like Odsonne Edouard. There are strikers there. I think we need to now improve on that number 9. But my fellow scouts, let me know what player you want to see Arsenal sign as a centre forward in the summer transfer window. Also in terms of Ray Parlour, he's been talking about Mikel Arteta, and he has said that Arteta has got to show that he's got a plan going forward. It might take 3 years to challenge for the top 4 or challenge for the league, but we know the money will make it easier. If they think they've got the right man, please give him a chance by giving him a little bit more money. And so essentially Ray Parlour's backed Mikel Arteta and said he's here for the longer term, but 3 years to challenge for the top 4, listen, I'm a fan of Arteta, but that's way too long. And ultimately for me, we're going to judge Arteta when it comes to the Europa League. Can we get into the Champions League, or at least get closer to it? Because if we can't, then I know for a fact a lot of Arsenal fans are going to run out of patience. But as you can see, Ray Parlour is back in Mikel Arteta. Me myself, I am there as well, but to an extent of I want to see what he does in Europa League. But let me know your own thoughts on Mikel Arteta, and do you back him? Because I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. And moving on to the third thing, lads, and that is William Saliba feels Guendouzi's absence. Man like William Saliba, the Mbappe of centre backs, we are here discussing you again, as the Athletic have put an article claiming that Saliba has also felt the absence of Matteo Guendouzi. The pair knew each other from France age group squads and have spoken about the prospect of being united at Arsenal before the defender's move was made official. Now obviously when Saliba came into Arsenal this year, Guendouzi was leaving Arsenal alone, and obviously his Arsenal career right now looks into shatters. But it does make sense to me because you're coming to a new country where you don't speak the language and you've got a player that you know, but now that he's leaving, and obviously you've had the unfortunate incident off the field and also the personal loss as well, it's just never going to help. And I kind of do feel very sorry for Saliba in that specific aspect. But the thing that is very positive about Saliba is that right now on the pitch at least, he is doing the business, he's doing the bits, he's won the Player of the Month. And with the Nice Coast now quoting on Saliba's video saying that, especially since it's a video that is 3 years old, with the age they were then, our position is to let it go. Personally, it does not affect me at all. And that is positive news, and hopefully William Saliba can continue his positive form at Nice this season. You'll love to see it. And on to the final bit of news, and that is Arsenal will be forced to pay a £44,000 fee to Benfica after the Portuguese club were required to move the Europa League tie to Italy as a result of UK government travel restrictions. Hang on. How was this Arsenal's fault of Benfica move? I mean, it's not our fault. We can't control this. Because if the Arsenal players had travelled to Portugal, we would then have to have a 10-day quarantine period. No, we're not having having that. But in terms of the fine itself, Arsenal, I've got a very good proposition. Why don't you just take a bit of William's wages and donate it to Benfica? It's for the better cause anyways. But there you man go, that has been the latest Arsenal news today. I hope you have enjoyed. And if of course you have, make sure to go down there and smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow all my social media, the links are in the description below. But there you guys go, the latest Arsenal news today, and Alioski versus Nicolas Pepe this Sunday. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to embarrassing this clown. I will see you soon. I am so riled in a bit.